Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-November 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Libra. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. In column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for the remainder of November. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guide, so something to carry into the end of November with you. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note. But Libra, again, let's go ahead and get started. Column number 1 is what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Our summary card for this column is specialization. And this is an interesting one. This is about using like things you've learned in life, skills you've learned in life, and the ability to reapply them in a different area. So specialization is really neat. It's like you're using your past to make you smarter in the present. It's using those skills and that knowledge, and even though it's not the exact application of them previously, it's giving yourself that upper hand. So in general, I like to see the specialization card. Potentially you've been trying something new these last few weeks, and again, using what you have known before. But let's see what messages we have here. Look at that, all major arcana cards for this first column. The first card that we have is the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change. I always like to explain the Tower as you were hoping for A, B, C, and D, E, F happened. A lot of times the Tower card is kind of like a shocking change. We really are kind of blindsided by it when it happens. The nice thing about the Tower card though, Libra, well, 2 things here. This is what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so it's done with for you. But also, the Tower is going to redirect us and put us on the path that we need to be on. So that is definitely one of the perks, even though we might not love it in the moment. The Tower is always making sure we're going to the right place. The next card that we have is the Empress. The Empress is such a good card. This is a card of creation, a card of abundance. This can be a card of pregnancy and fertility for some of you, but really the ability to create with the Empress and the abundance that comes with the Empress. Really love to see it anywhere, but this is like a new chapter of creation for you, definitely much more abundant than it was for you before as well. And then at the bottom here, we have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of voluntary changes. So we had an unwanted change followed by a voluntary change, which is really interesting. And I'm like kind of asking in my head, Libra, if these are the same change, and they don't seem to be. So again, we had an unwanted change followed by a voluntary change. With the Moon card, this is about trusting your intuition. So you may have like felt like you knew you had to do this, or like in your gut you just wanted to make this shift. But again, both of you, these are leading you to this place of creation and abundance. So in general, I really like to see the energy here. Let's go and clarify though and see what other messages we've got. Yeah, no doubt these are the right changes for you, Libra. The first card we have is the Ten of Cups. If you watched my videos before, you know I love the Ten of Cups. It's one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. It is like the card of everything wonderful. We have a nice full rainbow, a happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, there's water running, there's a house in the background. It's seriously everything great. I did know we mentioned fertility potentially. This is another good indicator of fertility for some of you. But this is a card of family, contentment, total love, and total support. The reason why I love it is contentment. I think contentment is really hard to find. And I didn't appreciate contentment when I was younger, and now I realize just how hard it is to truly be content. So that's why I love the Ten of Cups, is that contentment there. Again, really good change for you, even though it might not have felt good in the moment, but it definitely course corrected and put you on the right path here. The next card that we have is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of celebrations. This is also a card of like support from those around you. So you have a really good friend group here. But in general, this is like celebration worthy. And again, I know it felt crappy when it happened, but now it seems like all the pieces are coming together. The energy is just very high for you now, Libra. The next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is typically new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. I'm not surprised to see this though, because with all of this change, there has to be something new here for you, and that's what that card's going to be. Okay, let's take a look now at our next column, which is anything that's going to come for the remainder of November. We have the card productivity. In general, I think it's going to be a pretty busy next few weeks for you, Libra. So just heads up there. But the nice thing about the productivity card is not just busy, we're actually getting stuff done. So it's going to be really accomplished next few weeks for you as well. So let's see where this takes us. Okay. The next card we have is the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony. This is also a card of moderation. What I'm going to throw out there is do make sure that you're still making time for yourself, that you still do have that work-life balance, even with all the craziness and busyness that's happening. Like if there is like a weekend trip that pops up, I would take it. Don't feel obligated to work through it or anything of that sense. Again, have that balance. We can be busy and still be balanced. So take that approach, Libra. We'll clarify and see what else comes up there. But again, it's like taking the time for yourself. Make sure you're making that balance for yourself. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. It's very long-term energy. Whatever, there seems to be something that you're going to be accomplishing at the end of this month, and this is going to be pretty critical for your current job role, or like this is the project that gets you promoted, or perhaps you're in school, Libra, and completing this class in school is going to then get you your dream job. It seems like whatever you're working on right now is really critical and really important, so keep that in mind. This is also a card of retirement. Congratulations for those of you that are retiring. Maybe this is your last project. That could be exciting. And this could also be a card of like lump sum of money, like inheritance or something along those lines. But again, this feels more like setting yourself up for the future. Then at the bottom here, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of kind of wanting to pick up our stuff and run away. You see this person on the card that's grabbing their swords and running away. Do not run just because it's busy. We do need to stay heads down and stay productive. But for whatever reason, again, you just kind of want out. But look for that perfect balance. Don't drop everything because, again, this seems to be really meaningful. But it is okay to take time. So somewhere between productivity and wanting to run away, opposite ends of the spectrum, kind of look for that perfect balance this month, Libra. Okay. The first clarifier we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. Again, I do feel like this productivity, this thing you're working on right now is going to lead to more money. We had the Ten of Pentacles there too, which is a good indicator of both of those. This could be like your finances coming back into balance. One thing too with the Nine of Pentacles, it's a very self-sufficient card. So like, nobody's going to tell you to take the weekend. You're going to have to take the weekend yourself, Libra. So just keep that in mind. It's like nobody's going to do it for you, so you need to do it for yourself, especially in terms of taking time or saying no or saying that you need an extension on a deadline or something like that. That's going to have to come from you this month, so make sure you're speaking up for yourself. The next card that we have is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is an interesting card. This is typically some sort of not very good relationship. And I feel like potentially the message I'm getting here is like, this could be a professor that you've been having issues with and that's the class you need to pass. Or the project is for a department that you struggled with. It seems like there's some pre-existing struggles, but it doesn't take away from the fact of how important it is that you're accomplishing this one task. So this is kind of irrelevant, but it's just saying that there has been some past issues surrounding this scenario. Then at the bottom here, we have the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a card, of course, of love, but this is a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. I will say that this is more not so much about love in this column. Let me take this two different ways. So anytime we have two of something on a card, Libra, it does indicate a decision. So again, it's that decision to not just like give up on what you're working on. Some of you could be entering into a new relationship, but if you do, it just like doesn't seem to be super serious here. So this could be a love card, but again, I think it's more of the decision of staying heads down here, Libra. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. I just bought this wonderful new deck. I have a money affirmation card here for you to start with, Libra. Money is always moving towards me and will always find me. So that's an affirmation for you for the remainder of November. But in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money: job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. And let's see what we come up with here. The first card we have is the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is going to be focused around like a new business proposal or perhaps a new relationship. This feels more like a person. I'm just going to throw that out there. This could be a new coworker, a new boss, a new financial advisor. I just see you getting connected with somebody this month, and it's really meaningful. This relationship's really going to put you forward. The next card that we have is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is very stagnant. You see this person is quite literally hanging there by their foot. And oftentimes with this, we're waiting for more information before we can move forward. I don't know that this person is going to give you the information you need, but you are getting unstuck is what I'm seeing. So whatever we were waiting on is going to start moving. And then this is kind of the success at the end of this. So been waiting, and now the time is here. With our Six of Wands, we have victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So definitely wrapping something up, potentially getting an award or recognition at work as well, going into the end of this month. Let's clarify and see what else we've got going on here. The first clarifier we have is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of conflict. And what I'm seeing is that there was a person that you were having conflict with, and this person is being replaced with the Ace of Cups, that new relationship that we were talking about. I'm not sure if this person leaves, if they get promoted, if they move to a different department, if they quit, maybe they no longer work at your financial advising company, whatever it may be. But it's like there was somebody that you weren't getting along with great, and they're being replaced by somebody that seems to be a very valuable relationship for you. The next card that we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about going through a necessary transition. And what this is saying is like, you were waiting for a reason. I don't know exactly what this reason was, but you're going to find out the information that you needed, and it will make sense as to why this wasn't moving and why you were in the Hanged Man situation. But it was a necessary wait for whatever reason here, Libra. At the bottom here, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional, very strategic. Again, there's something that's happening that's like really projecting you forward. I'm going to venture to say that both of these columns were mostly regarding work. But with the King of Swords, again, this is like setting yourself up for the future. So whatever this project that you finish is setting yourself up for the future. Whatever this success, victory, award, recognition is setting yourself up for the future. So like to see those. Now moving on, we're going to take a look at our love column. Similar to the money column, I got this new deck here for you with a love message. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So definitely make sure you have some you time going into this month, Libra. But let's see what we have here. Think family, friends, relationship, marriage, children, whatever you associate with love. Our first card in this column is the Queen of Cups. This is a card of nurturing, healing, support. This is about you taking care of you. If you look at this cup on the card, it's really not so much a cup as it is a trophy. And again, it's important that we're polishing our trophy, that we're polishing ourselves here, Libra. The next card that we have is the Magician. The Magician is one of those good cards we like to see anywhere. It's turning visions into reality. It's really inspired action. Anything is possible with the Magician, so you need to be thinking about what you want so the Magician can deliver that for you. And then at the bottom we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is typically a money card, but it is a card of patience. What I'm getting is like, you need to think about what you want, put it out there to the universe, and then give it a little bit of time. And during this time, be working on yourself. Maybe you want to get married, maybe you want to have a baby, maybe you want to enter into a relationship, maybe you just want to make a new friend. Again, set that intention, put it out there to the universe, and then kind of wait for it to come to you. And during that time, be working on yourself here, Libra. Let's clarify here. The first clarifier we have is the Chariot. This is all about being on a journey. And there's a good journey to be had around healing ourselves and nurturing ourselves. I think we're all on a journey to take better care of ourselves. But again, put what you want out there and then patiently wait for it to come to you. The next card we have is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a desire card, and it's wanting something you don't have. The nice thing is you have the Magician saying you can have whatever you want. So again, get really clear on what you want, Libra, and then the Magician will help deliver that for you. At the bottom here, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is typically a money card, but anytime you have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. Again, I feel like this is you patiently waiting, and then here is the new thing that you're hoping for. So nice spread of cards, nice energy. Just be really clear on what you want in terms of love, Libra. Okay, moving on, let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides, something to take into the end of November. We have the card Discernment. If you look at this card, there is like all these beautiful flowers and greenery around this person. It's really important that we are, I guess with discernment, this is about being a product of our environment. And making sure we surround ourselves by good people and good food. We are what we eat. We are who we surround ourselves with. So making sure you have a really positive, healthy environment, Libra. The first card in this column is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is like a freedom card. When I see this card, it yells freedom at me. I feel like you do need to change a habit. You need to like rearrange a space, or again, change a habit or something. There's something environmental, something around you that needs to give or needs to change. So take a creative approach on reworking something in your environment. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very reliable, very patient. You keep getting this patient message. But I do think that you need to continue to work hard during this patience time. This is like the staying heads down card towards whatever you're working on. And at the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups. Wonderful card. This isn't getting your wish. This is getting what you want. So what this is saying is like making a shift to your environment and continuing to work for it is going to end up giving you exactly what you want, Libra. Let's see here. We have the Queen of Cups coming up again. So again, this is about nurturing yourself, nurturing your environment. Make sure you're polishing your trophy, your apartment, your house, yourself, treating yourself like that trophy you are. But again, nurturing yourself and nurturing your environment. The Four of Cups is kind of like a card of feeling unfulfilled, and you're feeling unfulfilled because you don't have exactly what you want. You feel like you're working towards something and you may feel like you're not getting it. But again, the message there is to keep working through those feelings. At the bottom here, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of receiving. You have the Nine of Cups saying you're going to get your wish. You have a card saying you're receiving. So you'll be receiving whatever you want. Push through these feelings of wanting to give up here, Libra. Okay, at this time, I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask 3 questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the King of Clubs. This is number 50 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Two of Diamonds. This is number 18. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the Seven of Spades. This is number 25 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, yes, no for you, Libra. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of November. You have Lapis this month, which is good for truthfulness and presence. It really gives you a nice sense of dignity as well. Not to mention it's very, very pretty. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, you are a courageous person. Thank you so much, Libra, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Libra, and I hope you have a wonderful November.